Nick Hausman, Wrestling Inc. Dax, obviously you have a big bandage on your face there. Early in the match, it looked like something had happened where you went to the outside and there were some physicians checking on you. Can you just walk us through what happened there and if you're dealing with anything here other than the thing on your face after the match?
It's just the mustache. It's Saturday, so it depends on the day. I'm dealing with something different every day. Tonight, he gave me a Saito suplex, and that is a very, very, very dangerous move. Landed kind of high. I hurt my shoulder a while back, Forbidden Door, and the doc, he asked me before the match how I was feeling, and I told him the truth, and he said, okay, well, I just want to make sure everything's going to be okay for tonight. He did all the tests, and everything's cool. But as soon as that happened, he just took it upon himself to come and check and make sure that the shoulder and the labrum and all my neck and everything was cool. It's a physical sport, but I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm okay on Saturday night. So ask me tomorrow morning, and we'll see.
Fair enough.
Hi, my name is Jay Shell. I'm representing a bunch of different companies, not representing anymore. But I do want to talk a little bit about mental health and wrestling. Obviously, you guys are dealing with a lot of stress, pressure, anxiety to top the last match that you guys just had. How are you guys able to deal with that and overcome all of those things?
I don't know. Honestly, I have a great support system at home, and I think that's the number one thing. And I think the number one thing for mental health and anxiety is to admit it that you have it. The generation before us never did that, especially men. Especially stupid Southern men. My dad would never in a million years admit something was wrong. When I told him last year what I was going through, and I said, I think I'm going to see a therapist. He was like, well, why do you want to see a therapist? I'm like, because I want to try to get better. And he said, but do you feel like you're going crazy? I'm like, no, I just want to get better, and so they don't understand that generation. And this generation, we're figuring out as well. But to top the last match, there's a ton of anxiety there. But I was secure in our abilities, and I was secure in their abilities as well. That we may not top that last match, and that's okay. That's fine with me. But I knew it was going to be a very, very physical match, and I knew we were going to try to. And I knew the hard work from that was going to be appreciated by the Boston crowd. So for me, after what I've gone through a year ago, the anxiety of a wrestling match is nothing anymore. The anxiety of life is way far more. It's just harder, not even just as a wrestler or a man, but as a human being. Man, look at the stuff we deal with. Every day, every single day, you see something different, and it's all freaking scary. But we have to admit to ourselves that we all need help. We all need a support system, whether that's a family or whether it's a friend or whether it's a therapist. I'm on Zoloft. I am talking to a therapist, and I'm very proud of that because I've come out on the other side, And that's the stuff we need to talk about. Wrestling anxiety, wrestling is whatever. Life anxiety is what we need to talk about,
Yeah, I think more than anything now, I feel more comfortable than ever because the crowd has kind of let us know that they appreciate what we do. So it gives us that comfort going into a match, knowing, okay, we can do what our minds are thinking. And for the most part, these fans are going to follow along with us. They're going to enjoy this. They're really letting us know how much they appreciate the hard work. So I think that part makes it a little easier. But like you were saying, there is a lot of stress that comes with it. But with our platform, I think not just talking about the wrestling stress, talking about the life stress is a huge thing for everybody because pre-pandemic it was bad, but during the pandemic you saw or you heard a lot of people, loved ones, friends, family, strangers that were going through something, and I think they felt shame. They didn't want to speak about it. Having a guy like Dax who went through what he went through last year and now being so vocal about it, I think that is a huge plus for mental health and for the advocacy of it and for getting help and knowing that there's no shame, there's no stigma. There isn't. And if there is, we'll beat the shit out of them.